Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the den of DBZ All-Star. I'm DBZ All-Star, or Steve if you prefer, and I've got another local comic book store haul video to share with y'all. Gonna be doing something a little bit different where I don't just go down through the publishers. I'm going to highlight some of my favorites from this particular haul. Apologize for the glare, got the light on. Have most of these in bags and boards, but we're going to talk about what I picked up and we're going to go over some highlights as we go through it. So thank you for continuing to watch these if you do, and always feel free to make suggestions, comment down below what kind of video you would like to see when I'm going through my hauls. So let's get started with the independents. Alright, so this isn't everything for the independents, but it is most of them. Those not included will be part of the highlights area of the video. So starting off, we have Kelly Thompson continuing her creator-owned series through Image Comics. This is Black Cloak issue 8. It's been a fun series. It was a bit of a slow burn at first. It's really started to pick up in the second arc. Have Conan the Barbarian. This is the standard cover A by Asrar. This is issue 15. This is story arc number 4 by Jim Zub. Just been fire each and every issue. We have the first event. This is Conan, Battle of the Blackstone. This is issue 1, cover A. And issue 2, Conan, Battle of the Blackstone. Also cover A by Robert De La Torre, who has left the book but was the artist on the initial arc. We have Destro issue 4, part of the Image Comics Skybound imprint, the Energon Universe imprint within the imprint. Destro issue 4 of 5 by Dan Waters, setting up the ongoing G.I. Joe series. It starts in November. Kelly Thompson closing out Scarlet, also part of the Energon Universe imprint. This has been a great Kelly Thompson book, again setting up G.I. Joe. Lilith by Corin Howell. This is for my lady. This is one cover for the series, mature rated romance explicit series. So we're going to set that off to the side in her pile. And another cover for Lilith there. Have the Power Fantasy by Karen Gillan. This is issue number 2. First issue was excellent. Issue 2 follows that up, also being excellent. Thundercats presents Chitara. This is issue 3. This is the Lee cover. Great expansion of a character who was kind of left in the dust from time to time in the original Thundercats series. So great expansion. This is Transformers issue 1. This is the 8th printing. Beautiful cover. So I had to pick it up just to celebrate the fact that this series has been outdoing expectations for a lot of people. And Daniel Warren Johnson's still writing it until at least issue 25. We've just had issue 13 released. Really great. The Walking Dead Deluxe, issue 97, part 1 of Something to Fear, reprinting the Walking Dead series in a colorized version instead of the black and white. Issue 98 of The Walking Dead Deluxe as well, part 2 of Something to Fear, 2 issues away from issue 100 and the introduction of a rather infamous character. Also for my lady, we have Penthouse Comics issue 4. This is one cover. Another cover for issue 4, Penthouse Comics, and a polybagged cover due to it being rather explicit. So that is all I have. Oh, never mind. Another explicit cover, polybagged. So that is all I have for the non-highlight independent comics. So let's move on to DC. So for DC, we have something special here. We have a facsimile edition of one of their oversized magazine size comics reprinted. As it was, the point of the facsimile editions is to do just that. This is all new collector's edition. I believe it's issue 14, featuring Superman versus Wonder Woman. Have Uncle Sam in the background. The battle you'd never thought you'd see. Just open it up, show some of the artwork here. It looks as if it did back when it was originally published. These facsimile editions, if you're not looking to worry about getting the original and you just want to read in a physical format, these have been great. This was $14.99. They also released a foil edition, but I prefer the regular version. Let's move on to the rest of DC. We have, kicking off the Absolute Universe outside of the DC All-In special, we have Absolute Batman issue 1. This is the Jim Lee cover. This is a great series, but not one of my highlights. Batman and Robin issue 14. This is the first issue following Joshua Williamson's departure. This is part of the DC All-In. We have Philip Kennedy Johnson writing the adventures Batman, Bruce Wayne, and Robin, Damian Wayne. We have quite a few Nicholas Scott spotlight covers. This is Action Comics 1069, featuring many iterations and costumes of Supergirl, Kal-El's cousin. We have Aquaman on the cover of Batman Superman World's Finest, issue 31, showcasing how he's looked over the years. Have Catwoman, this is issue 68, last issue of Teenie Howard's run before Torrin Grunbeck takes over with 69 as part of DC All-In. We have The Flash, issue 13, continuing Cy Spurrier's run. We have Harley Quinn, issue 43, the last issue for Teenie Howard, I believe. We have Superman 18, Joshua Williamson continuing. And we have Wonder Woman issue 13, Tom King, Daniel Sampere still continuing their run. And we have the final piece of the Green Arrow Absolute Power tie-in with issue 16. Joshua Williamson's finale on that title. Standard cover for Wonder Woman 13. The Art Germ cover for issue 13 of Wonder Woman. And a Phil Jimenez variant. So that is it for DC. That's not part of the highlights. Let's move on to Marvel. For Marvel Comics, we have the Amazing Spider-Man issue 258. This is the facsimile edition. I purchased this specifically because issue 258, as it's reprinted in Spider-Man, the alien or black costume omnibus, rather, there's a misprint. So there's a page that's doubled, therefore there's a page that's missing. So I picked this up to actually slide it inside my omnibus. We have the Amazing Spider-Man issue 58. Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr., close to the end of the run. Ends with issue 60. Issue 59, Amazing Spider-Man, ready for this run to end. And the Disney variant cover for Amazing Spider-Man issue 59. Homaging that famous Uncanny X-Men cover featuring Captain America, Black Widow, and Wolverine. Daredevil, issue 14, continuing the Saladin Ahmed run, which is a bit of a slow burn. And the Stormbreakers cover featuring Storm. Deadpool, issue 7, featuring Ellie taking over for her father. This is the Mark Bagley cover. And the always wonderful and stunning Peach Moko art on this variant. Immortal Thor, Al Ewing continuing his run for the God of Thunder. This is issue 16. Ultimate Black Panther, issue 9. Hill, Caselli, just rocking and rolling with this book. Wasn't sure how they'd be able to make it different from the 616, but they have made it a must-read. Ultimate Spider-Man issue 7. This is the second printing. Jonathan Hickman, Marco Cicchetto, buying all printings of this. This is the Wes Craig connecting cover for Ultimate Spider-Man issue 9. Just love the different style on this. Ultimate X-Men issue 7, written and drawn and colored by Peach Momoko. It's been a bit of a slow burn, but great. The Ultimates issue 5. Camp just firing on all cylinders on this book. And the Lee variant cover. Followed up by a variant cover for NYX issue 3, part of the From the Ashes initiative for X-Men. And the SAR cover for Uncanny X-Men issue 3. So that's it for Marvel. That's not part of the highlights. Let's move on to that new segment. Newish. So starting off with another Daniel Warren Johnson book. We have The Moon is Following Us. I've read this first issue. It is fantastic. Have the standard cover here. The Daniel Warren Johnson cover here. This is now on its 3rd printing, I believe. It'll be a 10-issue miniseries. If you have enjoyed any of the series Daniel Warren Johnson has put out, be it Murder Falcon, Transformers, Do a Power Bomb, I can't go on enough how stellar this man's writing is. So if you can track it down and any of its printings, I'm sure Bunkmaster B will agree with me. It's well worth having. Transformers, issue 13, featuring a one-off story about Starscream, everyone's favorite minion for the Decepticons. Holy crap. Daniel Warren Johnson, Jason Howard, along with Mike Spicer, bring it. They stick the landing with this one. If you ever wanted to know more about Starscream and empathize with him, this is the issue to read. Y'all should be reading Transformers as part of the Energon imprint from the Skybound imprint from Image Comics. But this is a good starting point. Wow. NYX, issue 3. This is the Lyrics variant, paying homage to the original NYX issue 3, which brought X-23 Laura Kinney into the 616 universe. You see some of her friends from that original series featured on the posters there. And this series has been a lot of fun. Very character focused. There is some action, but it's very character focused. I wish Laura's voice was a little bit more organic and what we're used to, but that's okay. I'm sure the series will develop over time. So this is a variant cover for that. Zatanna, Bring Down the House, issue 4. This is the Nicholas Scott cover for that. Just a great series. Tamake and Rodriguez really nailing the voice of the character, telling a Black Label version of her beginnings. Really, really well done. And Zatanna is my all-time favorite DC Universe character, so of course I had to have this. Definitely picking up the hardcover when it comes out too. Zatanna is awesome. We have a one-shot from Boom Studios. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Usagi Yojimbo, featuring everyone's favorite American versions of the Sentai characters from Zoo Ranger and Stan Sakai's Wandering Samurai, Usagi. This is by Ryan Parrott, who is not a stranger at all to Power Rangers. Sean Daly on art. It's got a bit of a manga/cartoon-esque style, but, you know, it's a one-shot. It was a lot of fun. I'd love to see more. They've got Power Rangers crossing over with more and more, like Godzilla, TMNT. I'd like to see more of that. It's been a lot of fun. Saga, chapter or issue 69, featuring The Will, featuring Gwendolyn on the cover, in a 69 pose there. Haha. Brian K. Vaughan, Fiona Staples still writing this. The delays have, in all honesty, affected my enjoyment. We're down to 6 issues a year. There are delays with seemingly every issue now. After that 3.5-year hiatus. Personal stuff happens, I get it. but it has affected my enjoyment because it's affected the momentum. But it's still one of my favorite books, just not my favorite book anymore. All right, and the best of the bunch for my highlights, we have Ultimate Spider-Man issue 9. This is the Marco Checchetto standard edition cover. Jonathan Hickman, Marco Checchetto working together to bring us an adult Peter Parker, married, children, few surprises, just continuing to write a very organic story. And it's funny, as many people have pointed out online who have read this, this is the better Spider-Man book. It should be Amazing Spider-Man bringing the heat. It's Ultimate Spider-Man each and every issue. So hopefully Hickman can continue to stick the landing with each issue. So those are all my highlights. Let me showcase the haul as a whole. So there you have it. Thank you to Titan Moon Comics for this wonderful haul, for always having stellar service and stellar employees. Anyone who picks up some of the DC All-In comics from October 2024 and November 2024 can get Justice League membership cards. It's a QR code on the back. Where's that take you? Well, get one, scan it to find out. Highly recommend DC All In. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my highlights for my haul from mid-September to mid-October. In the meantime, please feel free to comment. Please feel free to suggest what you would like to see in these videos, how I can improve. I know these aren't as exciting as my other haul videos, but I enjoy showing off what I do end up picking up. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, keep collecting, be well.